Hey, the king is back, and today, man, it was still rough out here. It's Saturday right now, or it's Sunday for me, and we had no UFC, no card to go over. It's brutal out here. We're struggling, we're starving, we're digging for food, and we ain't got none. We're not getting fed. Okay, we're poor, struggling people right now, but you wanna know what that means when we've got nothing going on? I can just do whatever I want for videos, okay? And today, we got the UFC Grappler tier list, and let's get straight into it with Pantoja. Now, also, the tiers. We got Fetus for D, Blue Belt for C, Blue Tack for B, Cobra for A, and Dagestan Bear for S, okay? But anyway, first of all, we got Pantoja. This guy's going straight in A, and I'll explain why. Now, he's terrible to... My phone just went off. He's terrible to watch when he grapples, right? His striking's really fun to watch because he just moves forward like a retard. But his grappling's really boring to watch because he's a smudge grappler. If we're being honest, he's a smudge grappler, right? But he's the perfect smudge grappler. There's no one in the game who's better at smudge grappling. Okay, let's dig into the meat and potatoes of this. Think about all the smudge grapplers that you got. Who's the best? It's Pantoja. Okay, he's going in A. Anyway, next up we got Gilbert Burns. This guy's going straight in B. Let me explain why. Gilbert Burns, from what I can remember, has like one finish on the ground against Neil Magna. There might be another one back in there. But listen, man, Gilbert Burns can keep people down, and the reason he's here is because he's very good defensively grappling. But with all the jiu-jitsu titles or whatever he has, and like I know he's a black belt and all that, but he really doesn't show that much. Like he really doesn't, and I think defensively he's very good, but offensively we don't see much of his grappling, so I'm putting him in B. Next up we got Grant Dawson. Fuck you. I hate this prick, okay? I was so happy when he got knocked out cold by Bobby Green. He didn't even get knocked out cold, like he got hit with like a jab coming in and just folded completely. My problem with Grant Dawson, right, is like zero damage at all. Okay? Like he can get you down, and if you're low level, like when I'm saying low level, I mean like if you're at the kind of bottom of the barrel of the division, nowhere near the rankings type of range, he'll keep you on the ground. But this guy will have you on the ground for 15 minutes and do zero damage. And he called out Islam Makhachev with the most fucking cringe promo I ever heard. He's like, Islam Makhachev, you're the GOAT, I'm your replacement. Like, shut the fuck up, man. You can see, get out of it. Anyway, next up we got Marvin Mid-Vittori. He's going in the mid tier. I'm sorry, man, Marvin's not good at anything. What am I meant to tell you? He's not good at anything. And that includes grappling. There's not much else to say. I mean, the only times I can really remember him using his grappling was a slight exchange with Izzy, and then he was keeping Paulo and Kevin down because they actually, no, not Paulo, but he was keeping Kevin down because every single time he stood on the feet, Kevin was rocking him. But yeah, aside from that, he's not even showing it that much. But you're in C tier, but next up we got Sean Brady. This guy is a fucking fantastic grappler, man. Fantastic grappler. The speed of his transitions and scrambles, this guy is genuinely fantastic. I mean, if you look at the Kelvin Gastelum fight, he ran rings around him on the ground. And even though I think Sean Brady's pretty soy, okay, and he got finished by Bilal Muhammad, I think he's a fantastic grappler. Like, genuinely, I think he's one of the best in the UFC. Not S tier, but he's definitely A tier. I think he's an amazing grappler, man. Next up, we got Moicano. Now, Moicano's an iffy one, okay? I'm gonna put him in B. I don't think he's A. Obviously, he's got the threat of the submission, but he has no real takedown for it. But like I said, he's got a threat of submission, and he's very good. Aside from that, I can't like. You don't really have takedowns. Defensively on the ground, he's fine. I can't really think of Moicano being on his back that much, to be honest. But you know, he's good, man. Like, he's good. He's good at jiu-jitsu, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Another jiu-jitsu guy that can't take people down. Moicano's base though. I do fuck with Moicano. Anyway, we got Brandon Moreno. This is another one, man. He submitted Figgy, right? But aside from that, he's not even showing his grappling that much. So I'm gonna put him in C. He doesn't show it that much. The only time I can really remember him showing it was against Figgy, and then when he was getting out grappled by Pantoja, which isn't like someone bad to get out grappled by, because you know Pantoja is the best smudge grappler you can imagine. But he's just not showing it that much, and when he's showing it, like, you know, obviously he submitted Figgy, but aside from that, you know what I'm saying. Next up, we got Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz is a big grappler in my opinion. Kept Izzy down for 2 rounds. Izzy couldn't do anything. Obviously out grappled Pereira. 2 kickboxing, so it's not great. He got out grappled by Ankalaev. I'm trying to think who else. I swear to God he's showing his grappling. He got submitted by Glover. This ain't looking good. But you know, he really impressed me that the Izzy fight with his grappling kept Izzy down completely. I just think he's decent. You know, he can keep you down, and he doesn't have much threat there. And I think I'm gonna move him down to C. But he's decent. You know what I mean? He's a decent grappler. Anyway, next up we have Shavkat. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous, but I don't know if he's A or not. I mean, I'm trying to think right now about obviously submitted Jeff Neal. He got someone with a guillotine at one point. I can't remember who. He got grappled Wonderboy as well, submitted Wonderboy, but you know, a lot of people have done that. I think he's right in the middle. I think he's a better grappler than Gilbert Burns. Okay. You know, threat of the submission, can take you down. Very intelligent on the ground. And he's not been out grappled before, so he's definitely going in A. Anyway, next up we got fucking this prick. Look at him. What I'm about to do is extremely biased, and it's probably wrong to do, but fuck you, you're getting point D. Fuck you. Okay, 0 ability to finish, fails 90% of his takedowns, can't keep people down. He kept Sugar down, but you know, overall he can't take anyone down. He just does it so much that eventually he does. Barely can keep people down when he gets them down. That's why he has to spam so much, and 0 ability to finish. He's in D. Is that a little bit biased? Yes, but I genuinely don't think he's very skilled. Okay, he's in D. Fuck you, Marab. Frick. Anyway, next up, we got Volk. I think Volk's an A-tier grappler. And, I mean, obviously, he's the only guy who's really been comfortable on the ground with Islam. Out-grappled Yair for 2 rounds. You know, beat up on Aldo back in there. I think he also did that to Chad Mendes. You know, Volk's a very good grappler. I don't think he's the best of the best, but he's not far from there, because you know, he was when he was grappling Islam, he was still losing even though he was comfortable there. You know what I mean? But I think Volk's a fantastic grappler. And I'd say he's probably like 2nd best in the A tier right now. And then next up we got Bo Nickel. You can hate him all you want. I think he's A tier, man. Amazing takedowns, right? Amazing ability to get people down. Amazing ability to keep people down. I don't think anyone's got back up from when Bo Nickel's got them down. You know, he's got the submission threat with not so much of his ground and pound. But he's a very good grappler. I don't like Bo Nickel because when he talks about MMA, he talks all high and mighty, like he's above it. But I think he's A tier. Next up, we got JDM D-tier, man. I'm so sorry. I think JDM's very overrated. His boxing's overrated as well, in my opinion. But let's look at it real quick. Very low IQ on the ground. Has been out grappled every single time he's been on the ground. And he just looks helpless there. Like, I'm in the belief that he got lucky against Gilbert Burns. Bro, he got beat up by fucking that guy who came up short notice for a record of 8-4. Okay. His IQ's so shit on the ground. It's really bad. It's really bad. I genuinely believe he's a D-tier grappler. Anyway, next up, we got Colby. You know, it's not looking too hot for Colby nowadays. You know, it's hard out here for him. But bro, like, you might think he didn't. But like, if you think about that Leon fight, when they did grapple, he did out grapple Leon, and Leon's a good grappler, man. Whatever you think about his last performance, Leon is a good grappler. With Colby, you know, insane gas tank, not much finishing potential. He can finish it, but it's not much of it. Great ability to get you down, great ability to keep you down. He's A, in my opinion. Next up, we got Islam. He's S. I do not think Islam's as good as grappling as Habib, but I think he's S if you compare it. If you compare him to everyone in the UFC today. Insane ground and pound, insane submission threat, right? Out-grappled Charles, out-grappled Volk, who, you know, Volk's an A tier. You could probably imagine what Charles is going to be. So he's out-grappled anyone he's ever fought, right? Insane finishing potential, insane ability to get you down, insane ability to keep you down. Literally, if his ground and pound was a bit better, then, to be fair, I do think Habib was a better grappler than him, like, pretty much everywhere, but, you know, Islam's a much better striker than Habib. But, you know, he's S tier, man. He's amazing everywhere. He's not perfect everywhere, he's amazing though. And I think that quantifies S tier. Anyway, we got a guy who got out grappled by Islam, and that's Charles the Bronx. Charles is A tier. The only problem with Charles is he's way too comfortable being on his back. Well, way too comfortable to believe submission's just gonna come from anywhere. And a lot of the time, he does make a submission come from anywhere, but then sometimes he doesn't, and that's when you get a fight like the Armand fight, or you get that first round against Benny where he did knock him out, okay, but for 4 minutes of the round, he was just on his back doing nothing, okay, just waiting. Maybe the most dangerous grappler on the ground in the UFC. We've had people knock him down who've decided not to follow up because they don't want to mix up on the ground with Charles. His ability to take you down for a jiu-jitsu guy is very good. Most jiu-jitsu guys have pretty much no ability. Charles does seem to have an ability to get people down. And he's just dangerous, man. But he has been out-grappled by Islam. And obviously back in the day by a bunch of people like Jim Miller and whatnot. I ain't gonna talk about that. We'll talk about Charles now. I think he's definitely A tier though. Extremely dangerous. Next up we got Taporia, who I'm also putting in the A tier, which may be a hot take. I think a lot of people put him in the B tier. But think about it, man. Bryce Mitchell, very dangerous on the ground. Completely out-grapples Bryce Mitchell. Okay, completely out-grapples Bryce Mitchell. Ilia Taporia has the submission threat. He has the ability to take you down. From what I remember, we've not saw much of his ground and pound, but I can imagine it's pretty fucking good. And he's got a great ability to keep you down as well. Ilia Taporia, as much as I don't like him, is kind of the perfect, well-balanced fighter. He's good everywhere. Okay, and he's A tier in my opinion on this list. Next up, we got this prick. You know what? I'm putting him B because I'll put Yan in C. I originally was gonna put him A. He can get you down. I don't think he's got amazing ability to get people down. He can keep you down, but once again, it's not amazing. But zero finishing potential, man. Straight up, like. Ankalaev, when's he finished people on the ground? Like, from what I remember, it's been on the feet. With Kutalaba, for example, and Johnny Walker. I genuinely think he's a better striker than Grappler, if I'm honest. But anyway, next up we got... who we got? We got Aljo. So I'm skipping a few people, like, bro, do you really want me to fucking rank fucking what's his face? Derek Brunson, who's not even in the UFC, or like fucking Spivak. No, I ain't ranking them. Come on now. I think he's an A-tier grappler. Okay, the ground and pounds there, the submission threats there, especially when he's on your back. He can take you down, he can keep you down. We saw Peter Yan, for example, is a great grappler. And Aljo out-grappled him. In that, Aljo won that second fight, in my opinion, okay? And he out-grappled him in it. Which no one will argue against that. But I think Aljo's he's more skilled than his fucking annoying teammate Marab. But anyway, next up we got Brian Ortega, who I'm putting in the B. Amazing submission threat on the ground, don't get me wrong, okay? But when does Brian Ortega take someone down? Like, he might have took Yair down. But most of the time when Brian Ortega's on the ground, it's because he's been knocked down and someone jumped on him. Okay? I'm trying to think when he's been on the ground. Like when he's took someone to the ground, I mean. When he's there, he's dangerous. We don't saw it that much. We saw it quite recently against Yair. But you know, I think he's like Charles, but like less dangerous on the ground and also less of an ability to get you down than Charles does. But next up we got Umar. I think Umar's an A-tier grappler, man. Great takedowns, great ability to get you down. We've not saw much danger from there, but I think he's genuinely perfect in those other two rounds, and I can imagine he has the ability to finish people on the ground. An assumption, yes, but you know, from what we saw in Marab, you know, he's controlled people for a very long time. Which, I mean, for example, that guy who came up with short notice, he should be finishing him. But, you know, Marab is a very good grappler. You know what, I'll put him in B for now, because he's not shown much ability to finish. But I'll put him in B, but I think he's very good, and you know, I think he can definitely get to A in 2 years' time, something like that, you know what I mean? But next up we got, who do we got? We got Sarukian, another A-tier grappler. You know, you have the fight with Gamrot, which was very back and forth. You have the Charles fight, which was, I mean, he won. I don't like admitting it. I don't know. There's still an argument for Charles, but you know, Sarukian's not a bad person to win that fight. I think he's very good, man, in all facets of grappling. So, but next up we can, oh no, bro. I don't want to dog walk on Tony, so I'm not gonna say much. But you got out grappled by Michael Chiesa, buddy, in 2024. Dieter. Anyway, this other prick. Fuck you. Fuck you. Dieter, man, I do not care. Okay. Fucking Imanari Rogan everywhere. Just get knocked out and then doesn't fight. No ability to take you down. It's one submission merchant right here. One submission merchant getting Dieter. Okay. Oh, damn. I'm dying here, by the way. I've literally just woke up. I've not had a drink or anything. But anyway, we got Hamza. In round one, he's S tier, man. But as soon as you get out of that first round, you know. But I'll give him benefit of the doubt. I mean, amazing ability to get you down. Amazing ground and pound. He just keeps you down. Like, he's fought some of the best wrestlers and he's just kept them down in that first round. But I'm putting him A, because like after that first round, his grappler's nowhere near the same. Still amazing, still very good, but it's nowhere near the same. So Hamzat's going in the A tier, but that first round he's an S tier, man. Anyway, next up we got Raul Rosas. He's a C tier grappler. You know, he can definitely get better. But like, he's fighting bottom of the barrel guys, he's not finishing them. He nearly got finished by Ricky Tercios, who would have finished him if Raul Rosas didn't have that fucking chin. He's C tier, you know, it's his bread and butter, but you know, he can definitely get better. Anyway, we got Kron Gracie. Fuck you, on D tier as well. Fuck you, prick. He's Ryan Hall, but worse. That's what you need to know. And then we've got, who do we got? I'm a dickhead. I scrolled back. That probably like fucks up my fucking. That probably fucks up my my video. But I don't know. But anyway, next we've got Tom Aspinall. I think he's a B tier grappler. Great ability to finish. For heavyweight, he's A tier, to be fair. I'm putting him A tier, man. Fuck you. He's going A tier. Great ability to finish. Great ability to get people down. Great grappler, man. Great. Where is he bad at grappling? We've not saw much of it in recent times. Last time I can remember seeing it was the Volkov fight. But come on, man. Who does that to Volkov? Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, next up, we have John Jones, who's, I love him or hate him, I think he's another A tier grappler. You know, very skilled, great submission threat, great ground and pound, especially from like the crucifix position, for example. Reserve position, he's got great ground and pound. Very intelligent, extremely strong. He has no holes in his grappling. Okay, no holes. And then not the last guy, Rajal Almeida. Fuck you, he's going S. Bro, the best heavyweight grappler, okay? I'm a Jelton Almeida defender because people call this guy boring, right? He's finished every fight but one. The way this guy would, that first round against Curtis Blades was entertaining. I do not care, just ragdolling him, just throwing him like a bitch, okay? Jelton Almeida is the best grappler at heavyweight. Great finishing potential no matter what the fuck you say. Okay, he's finished everyone but one person that he beat. Curtis Blades got lucky that Jelton Almeida's lacking a few brain cells and just fucking sat there. He's such a good grappler, man. He's S tier. I do not care what you say. I do not care what you say. I'm losing my voice. But anyway, the last guy that we got, mid. I'm out in a bit.